All right, we're live. Hey guys, this is James Jacoby from Ascend. It's Friday, September 29th. September 29th. Woo! It's the weekend. So you're going to love this live. We just did this about an hour ago, and it's talking about some major breakthroughs that we had here at Ascend this week. Wanted to share some learned lessons with you if you want to accelerate and grow your sales and grow your income and grow your revenue in your business, or if you're a salesperson, grow your sales for your company. You're going to love this, though. It's a little motivational. It's got some good tactics and strategies in it. So listen in, take some notes. Hit me up on Messenger or LinkedIn if you want to chat after this, but enjoy. It'll be good. Friday, September 29th. It's the end of the month. What? We're about to go into Q4 2023, folks. Is that crazy or what? I can't believe we're already here. I can't believe we're already in Q4 starting Monday. Where did Q3 go? Where did the year go? Good to see you guys. AJ, Jeff, Jake, great to see you all. Thanks for jumping on. Ellis, I wanted to do this just because, and then maybe I'll start doing the weekly recaps. This is just a different approach. I do lives pretty often, but I just felt like it was important to share some things from probably one of the best weeks of the entire year for us. So I felt like I wanted just to share some things and pay it forward. But I'm going to go into this pretty quickly. And if you guys have any questions on this stuff, or if you want to add some thoughts or feedback, just message me. Be happy to get back to you. But I wanted to talk about this topic: leveraging your personal brand, your ask, and how that can make massive shifts for your business. So everything I'm about to say is probably something you haven't heard before, or that you have heard before, but if you haven't, then great. But if you have, then this is a strong reminder. So if you are running your own business, you're the business owner, you're the operator, or if you're just in some kind of sales capacity role, you're going to benefit from what I'm about to say in a company. So if you are not where you want to be in your sales effort right now, in making money and hitting your revenue goals and commission goals for the month, for the quarter, for the year, then I'm going to share with you some things that I had to relearn. And it's still true. I've known these things for years, and they still apply. It doesn't matter how AI driven we get or whatever. I'm talking about your stuff, your effort. So what do I mean? One of the biggest problems that we've had at Ascend this year, to be completely transparent, always am, is more than any other year, I have personally experienced, and I want to see if you guys have felt the same way with what you've seen. I've seen just a really different response and behavior to our sales pipeline this year. Meaning, there's always a thing where you'll have deals and they'll say, hey, we're going to do business with you. Like it's a lock. We're good. We're going to sign. We're going to pay. We're going to get started on this date. Boom. Awesome. And for whatever reason this year, there was just so much more ghosting and delays and kicking the can down the road than I've ever seen in any other year. And so there was just way too many times where you think you have a deal locked up and you're good and you're banking on it, and it never happened. It never came. And it's a oh well no, we just need more time. It's a month later, it's 2 months later, it's a quarter later. And next thing you know, you've missed your monthly projections, you've missed your quarterly projections, and that was a lot of what we saw this year. So I don't know if that's resonating with you guys, or if you're like, James, I'm good, man. We've hit every month, every quarter, we're crushing it. Good for you. I'm just being real with, you know, real sales stuff that happens with people, and I'm really, really good at this, and I still make mistakes, we all do. So the one thing that I learned from this is, man, you just seriously, unless the money in the contract is in the bank, you can't count it yet. And you can't, this is the big thing. It's the energy that you put behind it. You can't resign your energy to that deal. You can't. You have got to be unattached, unemotional, and you need way more pipeline than you think you do. And I know that's not like new news, but given what we've seen with the pandemic, given what we've seen with market fluctuations, given what we've seen with interest rates and supply chain and talent shortages and whatever else that you guys are seeing or hearing and believing it's true or it's not true or whatever. The fact is that, especially if you're small business, the good news is you can control your own destiny still. For the large part of most industries, you can still control your own destiny, that's the drive. I like to be in that position. I don't want to be told that I can't do something or it's not going to happen because of some exterior factor, right? That's why I like sales, because you can control your own destiny for a large degree of that. And as we move into 2024, we're going to start hearing people talk about this, right? What's 2024 going to look like? And what's the projections? What's the predictions? What's going to happen in this industry, in your business, that business? One thing that hasn't changed is the level of action that you can put into your company on a daily and weekly basis is going to significantly determine where you end up, not anything else. So one major lesson that I got reminded of this week was, if you really, I'm talking like, if you really want to grow your income and your sales and your revenue line and fill up your pipeline, then I will ask you, how much effort are you honestly putting into this, really? And how smart are you with your effort? Are you just winging it? Are you putting in the hours, but you're kind of just, going through the motions? I'm going to challenge you that you can do more. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to put in more time. I'm talking about being more efficient with your time. I'm a huge fan of being efficient and being smart, because I don't have a lot of time. I got 3 kids. I got a couple businesses. My wife's got a business. We got a lot of stuff going on, So I need to figure out, for not just my clients, but for our business, how do we grow efficiently and smartly with our time and energy? Hence the topic today, your personal brand and your ask. So I got reminded big time last week. I threw a post out. We're at a place in our company right now where we got some things kind of automated. We have some things running for us. And I'm able to free up some of my own time to kind of jump into a few businesses and just directly help them. And so I put out a post that basically said that. And I said, listen, I got some time and I want to help some companies grow and expand directly with my personal help. Looking for some fractional engagements, blah, blah, blah. And let me know if you want to talk about that. Be happy to have a conversation. And I got the spreadsheet, I'm tracking it. I'll tell you, actually, I'm going to look at it just to give you for real. I'm going to give you the exact number right now. We got 35. At 35 plus 237. And what's 37 plus 46? 70, 83. 83 companies have approached us since last Thursday. 83 and counting. It grows by the hour. And I will tell you that 90% of these people I have not talked to at all this year, or maybe ever. And because of my personal brand and showing up online consistently and positioning what it is that we do here at Ascend and positioning what I do and what I'm good at, I had 83 people reach out saying they want to talk to me. That is insane, right? That's crazy. That's a lot of people. I have a decent following, but there's a lot of people that have a lot more than I do. So I'm not tooting my own horn at all. I'm saying, guys, that there are so many freaking people that are looking at you online every day, and they will never tell you that. You've heard this before. I know you have, but I'm telling you that it's freaking true because it just happened to me. And so I hope what I'm trying to get across here is that you are motivated to show up more online, make some more posts, share some more content, engage on some people's stuff. We're not talking the Gary Vee stuff. If you know Gary Vee and his crazy, you got to engage like on a million people's stuff and spend all these hours. I'm not talking about that. That's a lot. But even if you just post a couple times a week and it's really authentic, meaningful content that resonates with whoever it is that you want to see, that have them see that, you just showing up. And you sometimes you put some motivational things up or some feel good stuff up. Sometimes you put some great tips and tricks up and trends or whatever, like just good stuff, right? You're just showing up. People see you and they know you and they know that you're the person that's really good at whatever it is that you do in your industry, in your field. So don't discount your personal brand. It's hard to put a value on that, but I will tell you that it is invaluable for your business because there's going to come a day or more where you get to leverage your personal brand and have it help you because people care about you. There's a lot of people that care about you that you don't know care about you. And there's a lot of people that you think care about you that don't care about you actually at all. So, but when you show up and you also ask for specifically what it is that you want, that's not a bad thing. If you ask the universe for what you want and you're fully authentic and in integrity and aligned with that ask, it's going to come back to you. You're going to get it. Here's the thing though. When I made that post and I just want to hit on this like for a minute more and then we'll move on. But I want to explain that I had some things in there that showcased my value, just in case someone didn't know who I was really, or had a good feel for all it is that I've done in 20 years in sales and go-to-market launches and business development and all that stuff. So I chose my words carefully, and I decided to basically say 3 bullet points, 3 big things that would tell people my abilities and impact that I've made in 20 years worth of that effort. So I'm sharing this with you guys because I want you to think about the same thing. Is if you could tell someone in about 150 words or less, it's short, it's pretty short, like what's your total impact to any business that you can help? Like how much revenue have you driven from your efforts? How much I don't know, account growth, team growth, business growth, retention, cost savings. There's a million things that can be measurable that you've done in your career. If we were to highlight it, what's those 3 bullet points of what you've been able to do? And people need to know that, because I'm telling you, most people don't. And that's why your personal brand is so important. Is you have a stage. It's free. Social media. You have a free stage to showcase your value and to show people what you know and what you can do to help them with their problems and their challenges and their wants and needs and their desires and outcomes. And so, how often do you do that, though? That's my question. I'm still like astounded by what's taken place in the last week. There's been some companies that we've already contracted with because of this, and I'm super excited. We're starting next week. There's some others that are about to jump on and contract with us. But my point in what I said earlier was we have got to fill, guys, our pipeline with opportunities, so much so that no matter how many people say no to you or not interested at all, not the right time, not the right fit, whatever, there's still going to be a few that shake out and want to jump in and work with you immediately and start right now. And the only way you're going to have that happen on a regular basis is if you keep your pipeline full of opportunities. And one little mental shift that I'll say that, I've been focusing on a lot lately is, if you're behind the 8 ball in your sales volume and your sales effort and your forecast, your projections and all that stuff, stop thinking about the money and what you're missing. Instead, shift your focus and think about how many new opportunities you can create every single day for the rest of this year. And just focus on that number. Like if you were to have a number one KPI right now for sales, I would tell you, don't count how many calls you've made or emails you've sent or DMs you've sent or whatever. I don't care if it takes 10 calls or 1,000 calls. I want you to measure the number of opportunities that you've generated from your energy today and tomorrow and Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. Rinse and repeat. Count the number of opportunities. Because if you focus on the opportunity, which means you're focusing on the help and the impact you can make with that person and that company, the money will follow when it's right. And the deals will come in when they're ready. But focus on the opportunity and the context of that conversation of what are the key issues going on in their business, where are the gaps, what do they want to see better, and then speak truth quickly and concisely of, here is where I can help you exactly. I can do this, I can do that for you, I can do this for you. And if that sounds interesting to you, ideally, but I'm open to suggestions, I'm looking for this in return. And I would love to, if that sounds great, I can send over some more information and let's talk about doing something together. If it doesn't sound great, cool, because you just then had laid everything out on the table for what it is that you can possibly best do to help that person. And if they're not interested in the flavor of it or the style of it or the timing of it or the cost of it or whatever, that's fine. They're not meant to be for you. But there are going to be some people that love what you just said and love how you're showing up and would absolutely like through the moon love to have you be in their team and company today and help them move forward. There's your next client. So, number of opportunities, track it, measure it, get more, and challenge yourself. Another thought I've had, you guys have heard this too, probably, is just if you just put 10% more into your effort every day. If you like to raise your hands, you never done that thing at a conference, that the speakers do this a lot. They'll tell you to raise your hands, and then it's like, all right, now give me 10% more reach, and then you raise them higher because you could the entire time. You just didn't actually do it. You didn't give it your full effort the first time. If you can just do that in your day, of like, you're tired, you don't want to do anymore, you're done, whatever. But then you tell yourself, you know what? I'm just going to do 10% more real quick. Even if it's for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. I'm just going to do one more effort. And you reach out to maybe a couple more people or whatever. Call somebody, call somebody. My God. I did a lot of that this week. Like, just off of, maybe there was some people that said, hey, they want to talk or whatever. There was some MQLs that expressed, marketing qualified leads expressed some interest. Instead of waiting for them to respond to your email or waiting for them to respond to your DM, and you have their phone number, just freaking call them. Call them right now. Start the conversation. Start the opportunity as soon as you can. Who knows where it goes? It could go nowhere. But having that mindset of just taking the initiative, starting the opportunity, starting the conversation, setting the stage for the conversation of what it's going to be about, controlling that, and knowing, and that way it just feels so good and so easy and so comfortable to leave that conversation saying, you know what, I left it all out on the field. There's nothing else I could have said, nothing I didn't want to say, nothing I wish I would have did differently. I was straightforward, I was direct, I asked great questions, tried to see how I could help, said what I wanted to help with and how I wanted to help. And it was either a go or no go. And that's great. That's all it is. That's sales, right? So, but if you do these little shifts, right, with your mental focus and your energy, give an extra 10%, focus on the opportunity and the help, be super direct and specific, and tell people what you want. They'll tell you what they want. And if it's a match or if it's close, you guys can negotiate and get to where it needs to be and move forward. But I think the thing under all of that, right, is don't dilly-dally, don't waste time. Say what you need to say and get it done and move on. You can accelerate the speed of your opportunities and your conversations with this approach, guys. You don't have to have 3 sales calls, 4 sales calls. Let's call next week. Let's go do a call the week after that, and then just kind of do this dance. Like, drive without being, super over the top. Not that, but just to be straightforward. Like, just like I'm talking right now. I'm not being a jerk. I'm not being overly aggressive. I'm just being matter of fact. And if that person's ready to work like that, you can tell. If that person's not energetically ready to work on their own stuff, you can also tell. And maybe they're not ready to be challenged either by someone like you or me that's ready to be, solutions oriented and get in there and start fixing stuff. Maybe they're not ready for that. That's okay. At least you showed up and you gave it all. And they know without a shadow of a doubt what it is that you can and can't do to help them with their business when and if they need it and want it. You're good, right? So those are some big lessons that I got reminded of this week that I wanted to come on live, wanted to share them with you guys. If you want to see the specific things I said last week to give you some idea of what I was referencing, I can send it to you. Just message me. But I just wanted to share and challenge you guys to show up like this next week if you're behind. and to not give up, to not think that your year is over with and you're not going to hit your goals. I'm telling you, your entire business could shift within a week if you just try some new things out and approach it a little bit differently with how you come into it energetically, mentally, and just be really, all at the end of the day, it's really just being you, being authentic. It's being like, I am of value. I can help. Here's how I can help. Here's how I want to help. Who wants that help? And just like we've always learned in sales and in business, there's a tiny percent of the market that is willing, ready, and able to take you up on that right now. And thank God you reached out, because they've been actually looking for you. I can't tell you how many people told me this week, where have you been? I needed to meet you in Q1. I needed to meet you in Q2. I didn't even know you were there. You know, whoops. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, you know, good lesson to learn. Make sure your market knows you're there and what it is you can do, how you can help them, so that they know. And there's gonna be a lot of people that say, hey, that sounds cool, man, but we just bought a solution like yours like a day ago or last week. That's another indicator that what I'm saying is true. Is there are so many freaking people in the market for your service or good or product right now, and they just don't know that you're there. They didn't see you show up yet. And if you would have, you might have gotten business already. And in many cases, you would have gotten some more business. But the good news is you didn't miss out too much. There's always more. There's always more business out there. People that are ready and willing to buy today, they're going to go buy today, tomorrow, next week. And guess what? The week after that, there's going to be another set of people that come in that they're then ready to buy. And then a month later, those people are now ready to buy. But we have got to put ourselves in front of this so that we got not days or even a week or two, we got like 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18 weeks of runway with people that we've identified that fit timing in each of those buckets. And we keep on top of it. We follow up, right? And those timelines will shift up or down, right? But we need to find people that are ready to buy now. We need to find people that are ready to buy next week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and keep that baby humming, right? You need people in every one of those buckets all the time. And if you don't have enough, go get more opportunities. Go start more conversations. Shake some more trees. Ask for help. That's a big one. How many people that you know that like you, when's the last time you've asked them for help? If they're a good friend or a good colleague or a good networker that would reciprocate or appreciates that kind of thing, they're going to help you. You may find out some people won't help you. That would probably be good to know too for next time. You know what I'm saying? So like, no, there's nothing I'm saying here that's revolutionary, but this stuff works, and it works like miracles if you just do it right and you just give it your all. You could change your whole life in 1 week, 2 weeks. And I can tell you, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, whew, the roller coaster is insane. Ups and downs all the time, all the freaking time. Learning lessons like you wouldn't believe. I will have so many stories that I can't share all of those today. Someday I will, of the roller coaster I've been on building this business. But man, I just want to share some good news on a Good Friday. And I hope you guys take away some of these nuggets I just share with you. If you want to talk more about any of this for yourself or your business, or want to ask me more questions about what happened to us, happy to talk offline. I love conversations like this. I'm very approachable, so hit me up. But have a great rest of your Friday, guys. Take some of these thoughts and ideas into next week. And there is still plenty of time to make 2023 amazing, and Q4 could be unbelievably incredible, and Q1 could be the best quarter of your last 5 years if you just focus on stuff like this with your business development. I'm telling you, it works. It's simple. This works for anything. So give it a try. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.